There's a lot of us that work at Sorenson that say that it's a job with a heart. Sorenson Communications is a company that helps the deaf and hard of hearing communicate with each other. My team, I have a team of 10 on the security team. We do vulnerability management. We also do identity access management. All the things that are around security, that's what my team does.
RSA has got a rather rich history around authentication, and from that great heritage, we've expanded to provide secure solutions. Today, our solution set includes authentication, access, and the governance and lifecycle solutions.
We used to be in data centers, specifically East and West within the United States, because our business was still bound to the United States and a little bit of Canada. But we've changed that model quite quickly.
They have a very interesting complexion of what they need to do, from data management to being able to understand and meet different types of compliance requirements across the globe. There's some facets in there that involve managing some privacy information because of their customers. There's also regulations that they have to uphold. This means that they have a wide set of control objectives that will say what they can do with data, who can access it, and more importantly, how they can protect it.
Within about a 6-month period, we took all of our services and moved them to AWS, are now providing our service through cloud systems like AWS and Azure. We migrated a lot of systems and services up to the cloud, and we're feeling the effect of the change within our systems.
One of the biggest challenges is not just that they took, their identity products to the cloud. They brought everything to the cloud, right? So they were closing data centers in this whole modernization effort.
It's been a challenge for us, right? Because it's kind of new venture for us. We've never done this before. And we're trying to figure out how we provide the service as quickly as possible, yet meet all the regulations that we need to.
They were closing data centers in this whole modernization effort. That presented some challenges just around timelines and larger objectives that were out there. It was a hosted managed solution. It's a single tenant environment, and how they were going to adapt and move forward from the ground with all of their historical data, their processes, their advanced use of roles, which was very challenging for us to understand what their models were and where they wanted to take that, down to just basic reviews and attestation control. So yes, there's a lot of different moving parts that they need to protect.
The governance and lifecycle solution from RSA has been pivotal in ensuring that we can automate our account management processes. We have multiple Azure tenants, multiple AWS tenants, and we've been able to take these processes and instead of having a human being go through all these steps, create all these accounts, we have role-based access within our system. When our HRIS database gives us the information on a new user, the system automatically creates them an account, tells their supervisor the account exists, gets them into the right groups, and so they hit the ground running on day one. As long as the data owner approves, again, through RSA, click, user has the rights, they're off and running.
Not only are we watching what they have access to, but then there's also the verbs that go with that. Read, write, change, modify, delete, move, copy, especially copy. That's a dangerous one.
If we weren't able to secure our systems, what could happen? Bad actors are constantly trying to gain access into your system. And if they can get that foothold into the system and they can compromise an account and they can log in, they can create a lot of damage. They can get into our cloud environments and start shutting down EC2 instances or deleting them, and they can literally collapse the company.
You'll see this stuff coming through over and over. How did they get there? A phishing attack. What'd they do with it? They found something they could exploit. What did they exploit? Everything. So what's the risk? You name it, it's there.
Without a tool like G&L, you're susceptible to human error. And that is not a place that you want to be. You want automation, and you want to set up your automation in a way to keep your rights and restrictions down to what's needed. When I got to the cloud, I looked at a couple other companies too. We ended up staying with RSA because we know the product. We've been doing it for the longest time, and it was the right choice, and it still is the right choice that we stayed with RSA because, again, the partnership came on. And you guys helped us tremendously getting to where we are.
We're making sure that those who trust an organization with their information, that they're protected.
People who have never been able to communicate with somebody that is speaking or is deaf, our service has provided them that conduit, that connectivity that they didn't have before. We've had grandparents crying because they're finally communicating with their deaf grandson or granddaughter. It's a wonderful job.
And that's a great thing. It's more than the money, right? It's what the mission is, and they've got a fantastic one.